Today I fucked up by making my grandma cry. I, 20F, had plans this May. Specifically, they were to go to Spain for about a week, visit some museums, and finish by going to the F1 race. I already had my race ticket bought, hostel planned, and a solid budget. But today, in my college dorm, I get a call from my dad. I'm no longer allowed to go to Spain. Apparently, they'd talked it over, including with my grandma, and it was safe for me to be in a foreign country alone. For context, I am capable. I am an adult, have no restrictions to my capability, I'm intelligent and resourceful, etc. I was learning Spanish and working out in preparation for the trip. I was ready. Naturally, I'm not happy about his counteroffer. He takes me to a different race. I won't get into any of the specifics of what we worked out. It's all F1 jargon anyway, but we decided on something. And then I take a step back. After we hung up, I begin to feel really awful. My parents just went behind my back and pulled the rug out from under me. They were fine letting me go until my grandma spoke up, and now they decide they don't respect my autonomy as a person. I am an adult. I am using my own money to visit museums and a race, putting in effort to learn and better myself before it. I call Dad back. I tell him that I'm fine with the deal and I won't push Barcelona further, but that I'm not happy that they didn't think I was capable of being a responsible adult. That conversation ends up going exactly nowhere. I talk with my friends over some Panda Express, and they tell me in no uncertain terms that I need to stand up to them and not let my parents steamroll me. That I cannot settle for their replacement, and that I have a right to do what I want as an adult. So I call Dad again. I state the points my friends told me, how I'm really upset that my own parents think I'm naive and unable to take care of myself on my own. Dad informs me that Grandma was throwing some sort of fit, and he concedes to a better deal. I take it. This is where I mess up. I call Grandma. The way I see it, she's the one I have a problem with. She went behind my back to get my trip cancelled, but I am mature and will confront her instead of complaining to Mom like she did. I make sure to do this tactfully and politely, tell her that I'm an adult and don't appreciate her going behind my back to get my plans cancelled. She tells me that I should respect my elders and she has experience that I'll learn in time. I ask her why she thinks Barcelona is more dangerous than Chicago, the city I live near and have been through alone. Eventually it comes out that her neighbor, whom I have met exactly once, was an undercover DIA officer in Detroit and he would never let his granddaughters travel alone abroad. I'm so glad that now my personal decision is being made not by me, not by my parents, not even by my grandparents, but by an ex-Fed who lives on my grandparents' street. I get more upset, and my voice is cracking over the phone. I let my grandparents know that this is not their place to decide, and it definitely isn't the neighbor's place to dictate my travel plans, and hang up. Apparently my mom had to deal with a long phone call from Grandma, crying, after that. Mom called me a bitch. Maybe I am. But I was crying too, still feel betrayed and maligned, and disrespected. A review of my peers, who got the story as it unfolded, sided with me, but they know me. In any case, I feel bad. I even had to have my closest friend store my weed for me so I can't get to it. I don't want to use it all up in an attempt to feel better. That's kinda besides the point, but I wanted to mention it. Even woke up with a hangover today. It's been great. Too long did not read. My plans get changed, so I confront the person responsible, who happens to be my grandma and is now crying. But why couldn't you just go anyway? My parents help pay for my college. I can't risk them cutting me off. Also, that would be a surefire way to never be taken on a vacation or F1 race with them as a family again, and I have too low self-esteem to value my independence over that. As an uninvolved internet stranger, I now really want you to escalate one step further, knock on your grandma's neighbor's door, and have a discussion with him about how he is not allowing you to travel. I can just imagine the confusion in his face. Bonus points if you have never actually met the man. Please don't actually do this. Go on your trip as you planned it. Your future self will thank you. You didn't fuck up. It's right to respect your elders, but they also need to respect you. They treated you as a child, went behind your back, and overrode your own decisions. That is not respectful. Also, respect is not the same as obedience. You can respect people, give their advice the weighting you deem fit, and make your own decision. Barcelona is a safer than Chicago IMHO. And more beautiful smiling face. This family sounds pretty toxic from what you've said. I mean, it sounds so toxic that they've actually managed to gaslight you into thinking you're a bitch for wanting your own life and making your own decisions. No offense, but you're an adult. If you want them to treat you as an adult, you need to set boundaries and respect yourself as an adult. Not accept their deals of manipulation. Also, I saw in another comment that you said your parents aren't above threatening you. How is that the kind of relationship you want to have with anyone? I would be doing whatever needed to be done to be independent from them. Good luck. Today I fucked up by falling for a Reddit sob story scam. This happened a couple months ago. I'm scrolling Reddit and I see a post from a woman complaining about a bad financial situation she's in because of her abusive ex. The gist of it is that she's out of money and her ex didn't pay his child support that week, and is generally being shitty. She was feeling bad because she stole diapers from the store and hadn't eaten in days. Her bank account was negative, and it was gonna be another 5 days or so before she would get her next paycheck from work. It was a well-written, heart-wrenching story. I think it had thousands of upvotes and comments. I scrolled through a lot of them and nobody had directly offered to help her. I wanted to, but I'm also in a tight financial spot. I did some thinking and decided that the consequences for me missing my electricity bill wouldn't be as bad as her and her baby starving or her going to jail for stealing. I messaged her on Reddit asking her how much her bank account was negative. She said $87, so I offered to PayPal her some money to get her through the next week without paying a bunch of overdraft charges and whatnot. I sent her $200 and a message to confirm that she got the money, and she didn't respond. I thought that was odd, and somehow for the first time I wondered if it was a scam. So I went to her profile to see if she had responded to the comments on her post, and the post was fucking gone. Looked at her comment history, and she hadn't made any comments in like a year. Went back to PayPal, no chance of a refund. The thing is, this isn't even the first time I've been scammed. Or the second. My identity's been stolen so much it feels like more people know my social security number than 911. The thing that weirdly pisses me off is that if she would have responded to my message that she got the money and that everything was gravy, I would have at least walked away from that situation feeling like I did a good thing helping someone out. Maybe it doesn't make sense, but I just feel like okay, scam me, but at least be nice enough about it to respond after I sent the money to keep up the illusion that it wasn't a scam. Too long did not read. Someone pretends to be a starving broke mom with a baby. I send her money I don't have. She disappears into the ether like goddamn Nightcrawler. I'm a dumbass. Edit. Removed some bits because people are thinking this is some Uno reverse card to get money. There are many people struggling way more than me. If you've got money to spare, give it to them. I'm gonna be fine. If I really needed money I could liquidate some stocks. I just don't want to right now because gestures wildly at the stock market. You've got a good heart and a will to help. Don't lose that. If you want to make an impact, go to places like givewell.org. Or if you want to make a personal impact, go volunteer at a soup kitchen or other local charity. People who need help can use the proper channels to get that help. You are not that channel. The best you can do is direct them there. Bro, you should never be missing bills to help someone. It's like on the airplane how they tell you to put your mask on first. Also, I'm curious if you know the profile? Various sites out there probably have the post archived. This goes for most things. Don't use money you can't afford to lose, and it's not your job to help others without looking out for yourself first. Hey man, sucks to be you. Maybe I can spot you the Hayway de minute. Nope, you're not a dumbass. You're a good person. If I'm scammed 9 times but the 10th time someone who really needs a break gets one, then that's fine by me. And anyone scamming you the way that person did is gonna get their karma eventually. Keep being good, brother. Today I fucked up. Currently happening. I went to bathroom and didn't look around first. This is my current situation. I am stuck in my bathroom. I had to go number 2 really bad, so I ran to the bathroom and sat on the toilet to do my business. I have been watching TikToks and reading Reddit for a good 30 minutes as I usually do in what I consider my fortress of solitude. My legs started to go numb, which is my usual sign that it's time to get off the pot. I put my phone down and I reach for the toilet paper. This is where I notice my critical error: there is none. There is no one in my house and I have to be at the bus stop to pick up my kids in about 10 minutes. Now I have a few choices. Waddle out of the bathroom and try not to make a mess on my journey to find toilet paper. Use my hand and just wash thoroughly after the fact, or wait for my wife to come home, which should be right before my kid gets off the bus. It's a choose-your-own-adventure situation. Too long did not read. I didn't check the bathroom for toilet paper before I went number 2. Update. Luckily it was a dry poop, so I just clenched and waddled to find paper to clean up with. I posted this because it was relatable and funny. Legs started to go numb, which is my usual sign that it's time to get off the pot. I thought an empty asshole is the sign to get off the pot. Wait, you're at home? My guy just hop in the shower. I'm so sorry. Thank you for sharing. This is hilarious, reminds me of a playground rhyme. If you're sitting on the bowl, and you don't have a roll, be a man, use your hand. I recommend finding literally anything else first. But that's just me, LMAO. I'm sorry, I don't have a square to spare. So you can't just use your underwear to wipe and throw away? Or wash and use again.